So we're working on listings this month. We're learning and talking about, um, getting listing leads and having your listing uh, presentation to par so that you do a good job with it and stand out. Uh, if especially with leads that you bring in, they're not people you know, or they're people that you are developing a relationship with. There's a good chance you'll be actually going up against somebody for that listing. So um, we definitely want to look our best when we go do those things. So that's what we talked about last week, getting your listing presentation up to par. I hope everybody's done that. If you need help with that, obviously let us know. Uh, Make sure you know how to do a CRM that looks professional. Cloud CRM from RealTrax is excellent for that. It's probably one that I like the best. I will go to RPR and get some information from there sometimes, and I also use the CRS tag, all while formulating what I think that home would sell for. So it makes it for a better presentation when you know and have your numbers really well down. Today, what we're going to do is we're going to go over uh, setting a squeeze page up for a home evaluation. KV Core's got a great squeeze page for home evaluation, so I want to show you how to do it and then give you ideas of what you can do with that. So from your KV Core, when you log in, you go to it automatically goes to your dashboard. We're going to hover over lead engine and go to build a squeeze page. Once you're on a squeeze page, we've already talked about and we've done market reports. Those are great things to have if you got somebody that's not quite ready to sell, or if you're farming a neighborhood. We talked about that last month, or this month, I guess, quite a bit. So market report's an excellent one. The squeeze page market report is nothing more than setting it up for people to sign up for your market report to get that monthly. What we're going after is what we call the seller squeeze page. So again, like most of our squeeze pages, we have a source. So are we doing it on Facebook? Are we doing it in Google PPC? Is it going to be a postcard that you're sending out to the neighborhood if you're farming? So you may want to put your sources, and again, we'll use Blackman Farms since I seem to go to that one all the time. Your source may be Blackman Farm postcard, mailing, or whatever you want to put. The reason we do that again is so that we can always search and see where a lead may, if they sign up, we can kind of have an idea of where they came from and what our advertising is doing. If we're sending out postcards and we're getting 2 or 3 from every send out, we know that, and we know, hey, this is a good use of my money and use of my time. I'm going to keep on doing that. Same thing with Facebook. You run a Facebook ad and you get some signups, you may want to continue that. So that's why we do the source. Hashtag is kind of the same thing. It's just a way to help again find them. So this one could be hashtag Blackman Farm, uh, whatever squeeze. Uh, so then we're going to put in the location. So you're going to do, if you want to do a specific neighborhood or you want to do a specific school district or whatever, we can put that in. For this purpose, I'm just going to put Murfreesboro. And it'll pop up and then you click it. Okay. Now all you're gonna do is you're gonna hit generate link. And what you'll see is you have a long link, which is it's a long one. Then you got the short link. Um, Either one basically does the same thing. Some platforms, if you're sharing that link, require the long link, but normally your short link works just fine. So if you copy that link and then go to Facebook, and if we're going to post that link, just copy and paste it there, and there it'll generate it. Okay. So now it's going to have this. You may want to write up here. Haywood. Right. Okay. Then all you do is post that. So once you post it, Um, there we go. But once you post it, I'm gonna post it to this page and my home page, which I don't have any followers on my home since I got hacked. I really don't have Facebook. But now you see what it's like. So now when you click on that, this is what they'll see. And I really like what they've done here. It's going to give them an instant home value. So it's going to show the average home value in Murfreesboro is 570,000. Get your home estimate report below. And what's in the report? Multiple estimates, actual sold prices, and the potential buyers that we would have. It's that pitch sheet. If I put in an address, anybody got an address in Murfreesboro off the top of their head?
Yes.
811 Rooker Lane.
811.
Yes.
There it is. Then it's going to ask them to fill it in, submit and view report. And then here's your report. So it's showing an average, two different estimates from Adam and then also from Zillow. And then it's going to show you some closings. It's going to show you some actives. And then it's going to show you the interest we have in our neighborhood or in our office alone. So in our office alone, we have 2,728 online engagements, 288 near Rucker Lane, 137 near Rucker Lane, around 420,000. And then we got 135 that would meet that criteria in our. So Steve, on that one, you ought to go in there and send it to all those 135. And you can do it. Then it actually shows you some of them. Of course, it blocks out their phone numbers and emails, but it shows you that we really do have these people.
And what do you go and do to find that at?
I can help you with that.
Okay.
It's the pitch sheet. So call me later or come in and I'll show you how to do that pitch sheet.
Okay.
But anyway, it shows you all those. And so now if they've done their home value on here and they're got some interest, one, you're going to get notifications. So I got notification that that I signed up on here. And anyway, it just tells me, hey, Rick Murr signed up to get a home value request. But what the thing to do is call them and let them know, hey, this is general, without coming to see your house and talking about it. It's hard to say. So hopefully that'll engage a conversation. Now from here, if you'll take that link right up here, copy it and go to a QR code generator and generate a QR code. Actually, not that link. Generate this link where it has you sign up. So generate that link on a QR to a QR code. And like Steve, when you send out any mailings around that Rucker Lane, you should have that QR code with the scan for your home value. So when you're putting those out there, and you could actually have it on a sign. You want to know what your home's worth with that QR code as they drive by. And that's another way to do it. You should probably have that on most all your advertising that you would send in any of your print. You could do it on the back of your business cards. But just go to any QR code generator. You can Google it, download that link so that they get this when they go to it, and those leads will automatically go to your KB Core. Again, your CRM. That's why we did the first month just on CRM. So any questions on that? So you can do this free. You could boost that post from Facebook to a certain neighborhood. Maybe you are a farm in a neighborhood. You can put those keywords in there, and those people that are members of, let's just say, Shelton Farms HOA. If you can find those keywords in Facebook when you're doing a targeted, and it'll try to land on those people's pages at advertising. You could actually do a Facebook ad saying, want to know what your Shelton Square home is worth? And then boost that post. And when you generate your link in the squeeze page, I put Murfreesboro, but you could actually put a subdivision. And so then instead of saying what your Murfreesboro home's worth, it'd say find out what your Shelton Square home's worth or Garrison Cove home's worth. So you can take it, narrow it down to your farm also, and send these out. You could take that QR code and create a flyer and mail it to everybody in your farm, and so that they can find out what their homes are. So lots of things you can do once you generate that link into a QR code. Just remember, if you're going to put it on a business card or something that you're handing out all the time, I wouldn't put anything like Murfreesboro. You just want to find out what your home is worth up there, so that it's more dense because you don't know who's going to be anyway. I will tell you, I've seen more of this in Rutherford County with agents. If you expand out and you go into like Manchester or Shelbyville, or if you want to drive to Winchester or anything like that, those agents aren't doing this as much. So you got less competition for anything like this. Like what Murfreesboro would have, or Middleton or Rutherford County agents would have more potential to use something like this. But you expand this out to Manchester area and or Shelbyville or some of these smaller towns and that don't do this as much and have less competition. So anyway, I hope that helps. This is free. You can do it free. You can pay for advertising, and it is all part of KB Core. But has anybody done this yet on KB Core? Tried it out?
Yes, I've done it on of course, with permission, a couple of agents listings and generated a couple
Okay.
good leads.
Yeah, that's good. And honestly, this probably ought to go on a Facebook page. You got to post this at least maybe once every other week or something like that, and let people know about it. So anyway, that's what I would do. If you want to, you don't want to just hound it all the time. But if you throw a $30 budget, I mean, we just did a Facebook ad. Lisa, help me out here. How much did we spend on the last Facebook ad we did?
We spent $50 and we had a very targeted list, but we got 2,000 impressions.
So Facebook's still a cheap means of advertising. So $50, 2,000 impressions, and ours was very targeted. It wasn't. I mean, you're going to be going to a broader, unless you're targeting just a certain neighborhood. But this could be part of farming. This could be just part of a general area. You don't have to target it like we did. But if you just budget $50 a month, you're going to get some impressions and you're going to get some leads. And again, this is going after sellers. Again, if you have a listing or if you don't have a listing, and you want to call an agent and say, hey, you mind if I advertise your listing? Advertise that listing, but put that QR code to also find. I mean, you can just sit in the bottom, find out what your home is worth, that QR code, and advertise that listing. So it can be just the, hey, find out, the whole post where it's finding out what your home's worth, or it can be, hey, look at 811 Rucker Lane, and then at the bottom, want to know what your home is worth? Click here. So it doesn't have to be this all the time. It can also be with other properties. You should do a featured property or two a week also on your business page. And most agents will let you, anything I've got, you're more than welcome to do it with. And I think most agents don't care. I mean, their whole job is to sell the listings. So they'd probably be thrilled if you were using their listing to advertise. So I hope that helps. The other thing we're going to be doing, I forgot what our subject matter is next week, but I want to start looking at expireds. I think expired, I mean, we're seeing more of them. We're not seeing a ton, but we are seeing more of them. And one thing, and I've already talked to Taylor about making this, but it's showing what we do different as agents. And you know, because their home expired for a reason. Now you may send out 10 different expired letters, and what you do different is going to resonate to 3 or 4 of them compared to what their agent did. So we're going to have that for you. Now, if you're not doing those things, obviously don't send that out. But these are things like, you know, bullet points of everything that you do, and then with a little picture next to it, like, you know, coming soon postcards, just listed postcards, maybe 1 hour staging consultation if you do that, all those things. So I'm going to put it out there as an example, and then anything that you don't do, you'll be able to edit it. But this is another way to start reaching out to expires, showing them what you do different than the other agent. They're obviously already raised their hand that they want to sell a house, and so you've already got a yes. You're not having to try to talk them into selling their house. They're going to be looking at other agents. Now a lot of them sign right back with their old agent, and that's fine. But you know, what do you do different? And most agents don't do all the things that we're going to put on this list. And most of these things do not cost you that much money. But there should be some advertising. We're going to have on there where people are moving from to and to. So we're still in 2022. We're the sixth, I think the sixth migration wise in the country in the U.S. Middle Tennessee. And then I've got the top 5 different places they're moving from. So when you go, and if you listen to Broker Open a few weeks ago, when he talked about showing what you do different, most agents only advertise locally. But why? When I think it said, I think the people that are leaving California, I read 22.9% of them out of that whatever percentage moved out of California, moved to Tennessee. Now, not necessarily Middle Tennessee, but Tennessee is what it said. So why would we not advertise in California? Illinois was actually larger than California of people moving from Illinois to here. The percentage was larger. New Jersey and Michigan, and I remember the other one. So Facebook, KV Core gives you the ability to pick those states and advertise just in those states for your listing in Middle Tennessee. So I would, and if you present that to those, your when you go on these expireds, especially, most likely their agent did not advertise. Now, yes, it's on Zillow and that's national, homes.com, that's national. I understand all that. But this is something that would help set you apart when you're going after the. Any questions, comments, or anything? All right. Well, y'all make that's your play of the week is make that home value squeeze page, get that out in many forms, and let it work for you. So got any questions, don't hesitate to call me, and be glad to sit down with you and kind of work through whatever you need to work through on.
Rick,
All right.
I'll be in about an hour or 2.
It's all right. I'll be here.
All right. Thank you, sir.
All right. All right, guys. I hope you have a good week. And please hopefully we'll hear about a win next week. And Broker Open Thursday, they are talking about engage on social media. So should be a good one. We all should be engaging on social media if you're going after clients. That's what your business page on Facebook is for. And so they're going to be talking about that. And I think you'll get some helpful hints for Broker Open on Thursdays. Until then, let me know if y'all need anything.
Will do.
All right. See y'all.
All right, have a good one.